Hi, Chris Chesney here from Repairify Institute R&D Center in Dallas, Texas. Today we're going to do a ADAS calibration over Remote Expert through our Autel Ultra. So now we're going to perform a static calibration on this 2020 Camry that has a radar sensor in the front. We've already placed the target. I'll show you that in a minute. We're connected to the VCI through the USB cable to the Autel device so that we're connected hardwired between the tablet, the VCI, and the car. And then we have an Ethernet connection to the internet directly to our router. So we have a very stable internet connection. As well, we have battery maintainer connected where we're set at 13.5 volts. So I'm going to walk over here and show you that we have set the target for this vehicle for this radar calibration by using another method, OE method. And you can see on the floor we have our orange tape set there using the OE method of lasers and strings and tape measures, etc. We've marked it on the floor, we've placed the target in the appropriate spot, and we've raised the height of the trihedral to the appropriate height based on OEM specifications. So now we're ready to submit to use a factory scan tool to do the calibration. And many times if you're, again, don't have coverage, you need the factory tool to do this. Or if you are in the middle of a collision service and you're servicing a collision shop, you need this as well. So we're going to hit Remote Expert. We're going to come over here where it says ADAS Calibration, and we're going to touch ADAS Calibration. And we can scroll up here, and we notice right here in the identification the vehicle's not identified. And the reason the vehicle's not identified is I just connected to it. I haven't done a diagnostic or anything, but I did a pre-scan. And so I'm going to import that pre-scan into this event here. And I just select the vehicle so that I can pull it in. Takes a second for that to load up. So it's pulled that in. It's got the 2020 Camry identified. So now I have the vehicle identified. So now I come down here and I select which ADAS system I'm going to calibrate. And in this case, I'm calibrating the radar sensor, which is used in adaptive cruise control. So I select ACC. I hit OK. I select up here the repair scenario. Why did I do that? Let's say I replace the module on this radar sensor. So if we replace the module and we needed to initialize it or configure it, we've already done that. We can do those for you remotely as well during our programming event. So now we have that set up. We have the product type. How did I set the target? So I have the ability to select how I set the target, and I can select OEM and select OK. So used OEM methods to set the target. And now I'm ready to select the expert. I don't need to select the expert. The tool's whitelisted to the asTech team, and as soon as we submit this, it's ready to go. So we'll submit that. Now, one of the things that you can also do while Anthony is grabbing that job, and you'll see it show up on his queue here, right there it is. You may not have the specifications for a brand new vehicle, and in many times that brand new vehicle, those specs aren't in your targeting system or in your aftermarket scan tool. We have the OEM specs, and if that's the case, you can reach out to us and we'll assist you in putting the target in the appropriate spot so that it's set up right, and then we can help you with the calibration. So now Anthony is connected to the vehicle. We both see the same screen on our devices. You can see that the vehicle is hardwire connected by the solid green line to the VCI. Now he's getting ready to open TechStream or Global TechStream Plus, which is Toyota's latest software. Login's completed. Now it's connecting. Take a second to connect. So he sees, we see the connection to GTS Plus. He's going to run a health check. And you can see right there where his mouse is, system 0 of 37. It's going through the first module getting queued up. It'll take a bit to get through the engine module. Okay, the engine module's completed. Now it runs through the rest of it fairly quickly. It slows down on transmission a bit. Okay, he's coming up on the last couple of modules in the scan. You can see now the health check is finalizing itself. Okay, he's ready to rock and roll. He's going to see radar cruise there, and then he's got pre-collision 2 down there. That's for forward emergency braking or automated emergency braking. And now he's going to the system menu to select the module. There's pre-collision 2. That's where the calibration takes place. He's got a utility that he pulls up so that he can look at the readings through the radar sensor to the trihedral and back before he even does the calibration. So we do that just so that we know the status of the calibration at this point. We can tell whether or not we're off by a little or a lot. And so it'll be interesting to see where this vehicle lies. Takes just a few seconds for it to pull that up, and we're off a little bit on the vertical, off 0.2 of a degree on the horizontal, which is not too bad. So we'll go ahead and calibrate this and see where we end up. We'll probably end up at about 0 on the horizontal and 0.1 on the vertical would be my guess. So the front beam axis adjustment is complete. That's the calibration of the radar sensor. He's going to go back to his misalignment reading so he can see what those values are today or right now. Take a few seconds for that to run. And we're at 0 degrees. So we've calibrated the system and we're good to go. Now, obviously on this car, we're going to back the metal away and recalibrate after we complete this video. So at this point in time, he's going to exit next. And one of the things he'll do is another post-scan or scan of the vehicle. We're going to leave that off the end of the video for time. But at that point, he will disconnect from the vehicle and then complete the job, at which point I'll see order completed here, and we will be completed with the calibration.